I'm gonna guess a lot of them are like personal trainers
Maybe.
or other fitness type jobs.
Perhaps some of them might have a fans only page or something.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans too.
Wait, are those two different things?
I don't know. I might have made one up.
Because you keep
OnlyFans,
saying
man.
fans only.
Because I think about the fans first.
I mean, if you do go to fansonly.com, it takes you to CBS Sports.
Does it?
So unless you have a weird obsession with CBS Sports, I think you mean OnlyFans.
Well, I did click on fantasy. Yeah, I wanted to have like an OnlyFans page, like because I think with the pandemic and things shutting down, a lot of more than usual, women have been turning to OnlyFans to earn some money.
Is it more than usual, or is it just that it's more
well known?
More well known now because people have nothing better to do at home.
I think part of it is that it's not so much that there's nothing better to do at home. I think that a lot of it is just because as like more people do it, just more people hear about it, especially because like a lot of times you see like some of the women on Twitter that are doing OnlyFans stuff, like part of their display name or like on Twitter, Instagram, whatever social media, they'll like put how high up in the rankings they are. They're like, oh, I'm in the top 0.18% of all models on OnlyFans.
Actually, that's what I think. I think if you do it, you're going to need to advertise, or I guess social media is the way to go. So that's how I found out about it. I said, what is that? And I thought it was fans only, but it's OnlyFans.
What is OnlyFans, by the way?
Oh, it's sort of a subscription-based service where you get connected to content created by an individual or like a group of people. Generally speaking, when most people talk about OnlyFans, they're talking about pornographic content or adult content, rather. Oh. There are people that run OnlyFans content that it's not sex work based. But that's the grand majority of what people think OnlyFans is about.
I think that's where a lot of the OnlyFans revenue comes from, though, right?
I have to assume so. Yeah, it's like they're mostly making their money from sex workers, which makes it kind of bad that OnlyFans keeps on trying to push this. Like they're sort of pushing a lot of the sex work to the side to try and gain more mainstream acceptability, but it's like, hey, you dance with what brung you.
What was that?
You dance with what brung you.
Oh, okay. I was like, who's brung you?
I thought he was being Russian, and I was like, I do like those Czech women.
I mean, yes, Russian women are attractive.
So I'm on the website, I'm OnlyFans.com, and I'm so afraid to press this sign up, log in with Google or log in with Twitter. I don't want to do it. I kind of want to, but I don't want to.
Just out of curiosity, like for science purpose.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you're going to see anything if you just sign up. I don't think you get to really see anything until you like subscribe to people.
Oh, is that how it works? I never knew.
Yeah, you're subscribing to individual people. That's why I told you when you were asking me earlier, hey, should I sign up for this one girl's page? I'm like, you're only going to see her.
Lies, Chad. Why are you telling lies?
Oh, wait. So
I speak not but the truth. If I am lying, may some higher power strike me down right now. Look at me not getting stricken.
Okay, so I logged in with Twitter and it made me an OnlyFans profile.
Nice.
With all my Twitter information. And it even asked if I want to get put in the Amazon wish list.
Wait, did you sign up as a model?
I think so.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Guys with Issues. My name is James Mane. As always, I am with Russell Kealoha.
Hello, everybody.
And Chad Wago.
Hey.
Yes, episode 7, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for following us on this journey. Episode 7 of the reboot of The Guys with Issues. It is, what is the date? It is, September 16th. So we are in middle of September. School should be going on, football season, high school football season, I should say. There's some college football happening and NFL happening. So we are seeing some normalcy, but it's weird because it's funny because the games are like empty. I like it though.
They still have the crowd noise, right? They're still pumping in the crowd noise, except I think they're pumping in the crowd noise at the wrong times. Like,
I heard that they forgot a couple of plays on Monday, and they just had everything going in silence.
oh, for real?
I didn't watch both of the games.
Yeah, I only watched the Steelers game, the first game. I got tired and looking at this the score and what happened with the Titans game. Looks like it was could have been boring. Like only fans of Tennessee and fans of Denver might have been watching.
Kind of breaking. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt this, but since we're talking about football, it looks like they're trying to get the Mountain West up and running again. The Mountain West football season, trying to get it up and running. But there are a couple teams that are unknown that would be participating in the conference. It looks like it's going to be like an 8-game schedule.
Not just Mountain West. I saw that it was another conference as well. Like they're starting to look at and say, hey, these other guys are playing and they're doing all right. Maybe it's safe to play an 8-game season.
Right.
And our president, I believe, has been trying to get the Big Ten. Like I think he mentioned that on the ABC thing that he was on, George Stephanopoulos.
Well, I bring up the Mountain West Conference in particular because, Hawaii's in it, but it's starting to look like that. Hawaii may not be a part of these 8 games.
No.
8-game season. Yeah, they're one of the unknowns with looks like Fresno State might be another one of the unknown if they're going to play. But, since our podcast is primarily Hawaii.
I mean, we are Hawaii's podcast.
We are.
That we are.
We are the youth of the nation.
Youth of the nation.
But,
we are.
Oh, that would suck if we don't play. I mean, if you're going to open it up.
I think part of it is because of the travel ban or the shutdown, and how is it going to be when let's say we're in the States and we're Wyoming. If we fly to Hawaii, do we have to quarantine for 2 weeks and then play Hawaii, or because nobody can figure out the travel plan.
What if Hawaii goes up to like Wyoming and then things surge and then they can't come home?
Yeah, or they come home.
So we concern.
Yeah, they come home and they have to quarantine, and it's like they all take the tests, and some got theirs back, some didn't, so some got a quarantine. So there's a lot of factors that's gonna mess it up, I guess, and especially for Hawaii.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like they're trying to. I mean, looks like they're trying to rush it.
Oh, I mean, of course. How else are we gonna take care of things?
Yeah.
In this year, 2020, reasonably take our time.
Nah.
I didn't see this on Conan. In the year 2000. In the year 2000.
I miss the year 2000.
In the year 2000, bitches be tripping.
But yeah, I think Virginia Tech versus Virginia was because the ACC, I believe, is playing, and I think Virginia Tech had too many positive cases, so they couldn't play against Virginia. So that's going to happen. It might happen in the NFL, just like we said last episode. I think what, Chad, you said, was it week 10 or week 7?
I said 7, I think.
Yeah. So week 1 went through. Let's see what happens. And the numbers are still climbing. And all they need to do is take out one of the top quarterbacks or big playmakers, and that affects the whole game.
I think one of the big concerns too, especially in Hawaii, is for the most part, UH sports is all we got, right?
Right.
And so I guess there's a diehard fans who that's all they do is they wait for the sports to come in, and now Hawaii can't play no sports, so what are we gonna do? Just sit home and
complain on the internet.
Complain, be angry.
Watch the rest of the country play football. Which isn't that bad. I mean, I've enjoyed watching some of it. I don't mind it not having crowd there. I think you can hear more of the players' reactions, which I like. Sometimes bad words get across. I'm like, oh, he said the F word.
Yeah. I
I
think when
got to censor.
in the Raider game, Derek Carr made an audible, and I think it was his wife's name, and like real loud, like, and then even the commentator's like, "Did he just say his wife's name?"
Did he say his wife's actual name, or did he say his wife's name? His wife's name.
My wife. We're good. We're good.
That'd be funny though.
Somebody, take my wife, please.
On two.
That'd be funny if they did that. Like they figured that out. So the next week, like this coming weekend, if they actually changed some of their cadence to say funny things, that'd be hilarious.
Oh, yeah. They should. What would you say?
I guess the thing that jumps into your head right off the bat is to insult one of the defenders, like Bosa, you're an idiot. Bosa, you're offside. Say, Bosa, you're not really that good. Your brother's a lot better, or something. And then Omaha. Yeah, that'd be like I look forward to seeing if some of them will actually make some changes. It'd be funny if like they do like a McDonald's order or something. Number 1. Oh no, I'll take a Whopper, no cheese.
Beef stew, plate lunch, extra mac.
Oh, that's when Tua finally comes in. Yeah. Big news here in Hawaii. You know who did get sick?
Who?
The lieutenant governor.
Oh,
Joshua Greenstone.
Greenstone.
I should be adding stuff to his name. Dr. Green. And I don't know. So I get both sides where people are saying, hey, the guy telling us to be safe gets sick. What's up with that? But also, he puts himself out there he's still working, and it can happen. And I don't think this time was his fault. His security detail, which is provided through the state's sheriff deputies or the sheriff department, who went to get tested in during the surge testing. They had mass testing in Hawaii, on Oahu, and he got a reading that was negative. So he went to work, found out that he I guess he started to get some symptoms, got tested, and then, oh, you're positive. Told the lieutenant governor, who was riding in the car with him, I guess maybe a whole day. And then the lieutenant governor went and got tested, and then found out that he is positive as well.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, let me just add this. Luckily, the lieutenant governor's family is not sick. They tested negative, so that's because he has young children.
Did he say he has any symptoms?
So the recent videos on Instagram that he posts, which I follow almost religiously.
That's why we asked you.
Yeah. I'm always on there like, what did he say today? It's 2:00. What you got for me, LT? So he's a little tired. He's starting to feel like drained of energy, which this is, I think, maybe the first week. So I think maybe 3, maybe 4 days. We don't know how long, Well, actually, he tested before the weekend because he works at the hospital on the weekend. So he tested before going in and tested positive.
On a different island.
Big Island, yeah.
Yep.
So he tested before going in, tested negative. But then when he found out about the sheriff test, and then he tested positive. So they feel that the people at that hospital on the Big Island are safe. Hopefully it's true. We'll find out in time, of course. But yeah, he is, I think, day 2 or day 3, and he's starting to feel fatigue. So he still has a way to go. I actually know 3 people who had tested positive, and they've talked about it on Facebook, on Instagram. My one friend that I was telling you guys about that recently tested positive, and he was on ventilator and had pneumonia, was actually released from the hospital a couple of days ago.
Oh, good job. Right on.
Yeah, so happy for him. He needs to stop walking around without a mask. That's the problem. He gathers, they party or get together with other people, and he has a maybe, was it 3-4 years old? That's still is that considered toddler? So he has a daughter at that age. So it's like, hey man, protect her if you don't protect yourself.
Protect your neck.
I mean, obviously, we definitely want him to put on a mask, but you put on the mask to protect other people, not to protect yourself.
So what I mean is that let that be your motivation to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your family, as you know, Lieutenant Governor always says, there are kupunas.
Yeah, I found out that I knew somebody pretty close to me whose daughter or stepdaughter got it, and kind of crazy. It's crazy. The symptoms or what happens to you is different. So there are some people who say I got it and nothing happened, but there are some people who are like I got it, now I'm on a ventilator,
Mm-hmm.
and then I recovered. But I think there's a lot of people out there who take that whole nothing really bad happened thing more. With more, I guess, what is the word I'm looking for? They believe that more, the bad things that are happening.
I think a lot of people have that false sense of security. Like, oh, I know somebody and they got it and they said nothing.
Yeah.
Or the people that are just like, oh, I'm one of the younger people. This is going to be fine.
Right.
Like, it only kills old people.
Yeah, so like my friend who was released, he went all the way to ventilator, and that's like, whoa, that's you're the next step is you're gone.
Right.
And he had pneumonia, so it's like luckily he's released, and of course there's lingering effects, so he could be breathing heavy for who knows how long, because like again we say
Potentially for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Yep.
Could be. And then I have another friend who's actually a smoker. She didn't really have the breathing problems, but she said her body ached so much, and she was just like in a lot of pain for days. Again, it affects so many people differently. I mean, why take the chance? Mask up.
I'm glad. I hope Josh Green's gonna get better. I'm rooting for that guy. He's supposed to be the one.
Is it Batman? No, it's Two-Face. Wait, who's the hero that they need?
Yeah, it was Harvey Dent, Two-Face.
Yeah, I don't want to say that about Josh Green, but that phrase, he's the hero that we need in Hawaii. I like that phrase, but I don't want to say he's Two-Face.
Joshy Two-Face.
But no, he's the guy. I like him.
He's the one, I think, that a lot of people are rooting for. They think he's the realest G. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Out of everyone who's at like a certain level of state government, he's the one who tends to be the most sensible. Like, I don't want to say that I think that he's the one who has all the right ideas. I don't think that we can say for sure what exactly the right ideas are. But I think that we can point out a lot of things that some other people are saying and say that don't make any fucking sense.
Well, whatever do you mean, Chad?
Oh, I think you know who I'm talking about. Muppet ass motherfucker.
Whoa, hey, the podcast has begun. Let me just tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen. When
I don't even dislike Ige that much.
But it's ideas, though. Let's just get into it. Ige, just his ideas is like, what the hell are you talking about? And then with the whole fiasco with the Department of Health, and even early on where he said, oh no, Lieutenant Governor Josh Green's not going to be assisting in this. I need him for something else. Like, what? This is a pandemic that's going to come and kill people. Why would you not put the only, yes. Why not? Why? He's like, no, I think I need him to wash my car. It's like,
I think Ige hasn't had a whole lot of good ideas, and he's badly mismanaged everything. But I don't think that he's doing counterproductive shit or destructive shit the way that Caldwell.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Russell, you look like you want to add something.
Oh, there's nothing. I 100% agree with you on that.
Do not get.
I do not understand this man. I do not.
There's a lot of stuff where it's like, what? Why? Why would you do that? What made you think this is a good idea?
Hey, if you go hiking, you can go hiking, but only by yourself.
Can I take my phone?
That's the one that everyone's complaining about. They're just like, oh, we're not supposed to go hiking by ourselves. It's like, who's gonna bust you when you're hiking? That's the easiest one to avoid the law on. I don't think that they're gonna have cops stationed on the hiking trails.
Do you know that? Do you know that for sure, Chad?
I don't know that, but I haven't heard of anyone getting ticketed for that yet. Whereas we have heard about people getting ticketed in parks and beaches.
Oh yeah, I think there was like thousands of them, right? Thousands of citations.
They said that there was a huge number of them. I don't know how many of them were based on, like, say, that fairly decent sized demonstration of anti-maskers.
You know, like what rookie say,
The
hey,
jabronis, bro. The
you got to go up
jabronis.
Pillbox. You got to go climb the mountain at 4 a.m, because that's when people start walking up that trail, and then you start writing tickets.
Yeah. You're not by yourself, bro. Who's this with you?
And then he's all sweaty and breathing hard. You know what? I won't give you an extra ticket because you're getting smart with me. I'm so tired. I ain't got time for this shit. What you mean you know your ID? Who doesn't carry ID when they go hiking? You get the wrong shoes too. Who gets that shit? Like who gets like, you know, no, I'll go do something else, please. Please, no. I'm out of shape.
Beaches you can go by yourself.
Well, but you can't sit on the beach. You go in the water.
No, that was the original one. Now,
That's right.
Now you can go to the beach so long as you're by yourself.
That's right. My bad. You can sit on the beach alone.
Mm-hmm. And you can go to the park alone. And you can go hiking alone.
But you can talk to the people at the park that you see there randomly, quote unquote.
Hey, I didn't know you were coming to the beach. Oh, hey, you too. Wow. That's like 3 people in my household at the beach, but we're all separated.
Like,
strange. We all came alone.
Oh, yeah? No lie. I saw you guys talking. How you guys know each other?
We randomly came to the beach alone.
We don't know each other at all.
It's just a coincidence that we all have the same last name.
And the same address on our IDs.
Mane in Samoan is like Johnson in English, so it's so many of them.
Yeah.
I was surprised that he still had another press conference out there with his podium and telling people how it's going to happen.
I don't know what he calls it, but those are basically press conferences.
Right.
And as we all know, like just from being people in Honolulu for the last few years, Kirk loves press conferences.
Yes. But he does it outside, and somebody yelled, "Fuck you!" And he does the next one still outside. It's like, why are you out? It's like, come on, man! Haven't you learned your lesson? Do you want more people? I can't wait for the next one because I'm thinking, because Hawaii people, they go on trends. They find a fad or something that's trending and they jump on it. I mean, even to McDonald's when they were selling Beanie Babies, people were going crazy. I need that. I need this one. I need that one to make my collection. The Razor came out. Oh yeah, we got to get the Razor, the scooter. I can't wait because the next press conference, I think there's going to be a lot of people yelling stuff at the mayor and it's live. I mean.
I don't blame him for still holding press conferences outside because it's safer for all the attendees. But he should probably think about moving it more towards like the garage at the municipal building or something, rather than having it be at the corner of Punch Bowl and King.
Where people drive by.
Oh, they drive by the bus stop is over there. There's a lot of homeless in that area. There's people randomly there. It's like a major hub over there. And it's like, as I'm looking at it, I'm like, why is he there? I mean, yeah, like you said, go someplace else. But yeah, I mean, come on, man. All right, so let's get back on point. Lieutenant Governor Josh Green, positive for COVID-19. We're hoping for you, buddy.
Get well soon.
Yep.
Yeah.
Get well soon, friend.
So, like, I guess Hawaii, the positivity rate is doing well. We're out of almost 45,000 surge tests received back, less than 300 are positive.
Which sounds great, except that we were just talking about a false negative from the surge testing.
So that, I guess, we'll eventually get the results of those false negatives, or they get the investigation happens and we find out more. I mean, what do you guys think?
I don't think anything happens. I think that we just look at the numbers and go, yay, and move on.
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. They're going to talk about the false negatives, but they're going to see those numbers. A lot of people took the test. Positivity rate's low. Let's open it up, guys. Let's open it up. Let's go.
I mean, there's like so many people that have just been clamoring like the entire time. Like, you can't shut us down. We're all going to be bankrupt. Businesses are going to shut down. People are getting evicted from their homes. We need to work, which, I mean, I'm blessed that I'm still working my regular job.
Mhm.
Like I haven't been furloughed, I haven't been laid off. The office that I work in is still open. I think that a lot of it, especially like the small business owners who are suffering the worst because they're not just paying for like the rent or the mortgage on their own home, they're paying for the rent on their businesses as well. It's
Mhm.
like if we're gonna keep shutting down every time the surges happen, like we need to do something about like the bills that they still have to pay.
Mm.
Otherwise, like uh, the list grows like every week of like restaurants and other small businesses that have just said, "Well, fuck, we just can't do it anymore."
Right.
Uh,
I think too that there was a article the one we had about the that marketplace, the Malama marketplace,
Ohana?
Ohana marketplace.
Where did you get your sandwich from, James?
Honolulu Bistro, which is a
Which is
delicious
in
sandwich. I believe it's in. I thought it was Ohana
I,
Marketplace.
I I I'm probably wrong. I guess.
I just know it's where Tiny Tadani got arrested.
That where it was?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the Ohana Hale
he has a booth in
Marketplace.
there.
Yeah. Well, they have small businesses in there,
Yes.
and they had things that would be considered essential where they should have been able to stay open. But
Foods. Yep.
the foods, they had stores with masks and hand sanitizers and stuff. They should. I thought they should have still been open, allowed to stay open. And I think the small ones probably take the safety measures more to heart because they need to stay open, right?
Right.
Mhm.
But is it the state or the city shut them down, saying that they're non-essential? But all the big chain stores were able to stay open. I thought that was very unfair.
I was thinking maybe groceries is the difference, but I found out, but it was by word of mouth, so I cannot really say if this is what actually happened. But so what happened was this Ohana Hale Marketplace, which is on Ward Avenue, used to be Sports Authority.
Right.
So now it's like a big box that has all these little stores in it, and some are clothing stores, some are restaurants, some are all different types. It was shut down by the state. The funny thing is, the guy who manages it was on the news, and they were talking about how yes, we're open, everybody come down. We have this, that, yada yada, and we're compliant with all what the state says about social distancing and cleaning and yada yada. So bring your family down, eat, yada yada. And then an hour later, an article comes out says they've been shut down because they weren't open illegally.
Yeah.
They weren't
Not
given
just
the approval.
shut down and fined.
Yeah. Oh yes. Okay. So this is what happened, right? From what I'm learning from somebody that's in the know with this place, the state approved them to be open,
Okay.
but there was nothing written. And then the people who enforced these rules didn't see that there was anything written saying that they could be open, went find them and shut them down. And then I'm not sure if it was an hour later or a day later, they were allowed to open because this department, the one that enforces, talked to the department, the one that approves, and said, "Oh, for real? They can be open? Okay, let them be open." Which is why today I was able to go down there and buy some sandwiches from and this beautiful, this delicious drink from Honolulu Bistro, which
Oh.
I do recommend to the people listening. Honolulu Bistro. Let me give them a shout out if that's all right with you guys.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so Honolulu Bistro their phone number is 808-728-5894. The website is honolulubistro.com. Went today with Tyler, got me the pastrami sandwich, and it looks like they specialize in a lot of grilled cheese type of sandwiches, as they have the classic grilled cheese. They have a pastrami, of course, it has cheese and it has onion, but the flavor and the meatiness in the pastrami was so delicious. And you look at the menu and you look at the pictures and you're like, that's just a grilled cheese sandwich. Surprisingly, as big as I am, I had one sandwich, a cup of tomato soup, and I was full. I was like surprised, like, whoa, I can eat 3 Big Macs and then still be hungry for a McChicken sandwich. But with just this one pastrami sandwich, and they had the dip, which was like a sweet mustard.
Oh,
Holy cow. It
Getting
was
hungry.
so good. The cool thing is you can call them and then park and they'll bring it out to you.
Oh,
So you don't have to get out. Of course, please wear your mask because someone brings it to your car. You just roll it on your window. You call them when you get there and say, "Hey, I'm here," and then they can bring it out to you. It's a family-owned restaurant. Local couple. The woman Kelly, who the wife of I guess you would call them co-owners. I'm trying not to be a dick over here, saying the husband owns it and she works there, but so they own it together. But they also have a toddler, and she's also pregnant. So they're open from Wednesday.
Wait, stop. What? What?
Yeah. So they did I say, what did I say? I got. The toddler is not pregnant. The toddler is not pregnant. Is that where you guys going with this?
That's how you made it sound.
So rewind. But you'll probably still leave it in. Okay, so
one of the owners is pregnant,
the
and
wife
there's a
is
toddler.
pregnant, and she's pregnant, and she has a toddler also.
You still make it sound like the toddler is pregnant.
So the couple have a toddler. Oh, guess what? The wife is also pregnant.
Oh,
There you
okay,
go.
one more toddler on the way.
Another one on the way. Good job.
Yeah. So, anyways, the sandwiches were delicious. They even have a dessert sandwich. So it looks like a grilled cheese sandwich, but I guess that's how they cook it. They grill it. But in this sandwich, I had it was PBBH. They also do have PB&J, but they have PBBH: peanut butter, banana, and honey.
Ooh.
Yes, and they grill it, and it was. I was thinking, this feels weird, and I tasted it. Oh, and when you get that banana, it's like, oh man, it was sweet, but it wasn't. It wasn't candy like. You saying I like bananas?
Yeah, make sure you subscribe to James the OnlyFans.
Yeah. All I just sit there, eat bananas all day.
Hey, seriously, that could be a thing. Like that,
eating bananas?
Just eating sandwiches on OnlyFans.
Should we try?
I mean,
Well,
they have like those models where it's like all that they do is they just eat on camera. And
Hey,
people pay them
Russell-
money.
Russell has an account, right? So, big RK sandwich eating. Nom 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 nom. Challenge accepted.
Oh man,
You definitely have to make sure that sandwich eating is part of the name. Otherwise, just big RK sandwich. People might think something different's going to happen.
But anyways, yeah, let's go back. So HonoluluBistro.com. Check them out. Tell them James sent you and the guys with issues, and say hi to the toddler.
Who is not pregnant.
Yes.
shout out to my sister-in-law Laura. Hi out there, out in Baco. You guys can say hi to her.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while because we can't really travel much in these times. But yeah, she's keeping it real up there. Just wanted to give you a shout out, say hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hey,
Well,
bye.
do you know what's going on in Cali, though?
It's on fire.
Oh, yes. It is on fire. All the way up to Oregon.
Actually, it's all the way up to Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, it went through Washington, too? I'm so
Yeah.
behind.
Like basically everything west of the Rockies except for Nevada is on fire. And the only reason why Nevada's not on fire is because it's a desert.
Yeah.
There's not really any trees.
They're melting sand and making glass.
There's some weird sort of conspiracy theories that's going on about how the wildfires they don't cross over to the borders of Canada and Mexico, and that's totally untrue. So whoever thinks that, y'all are
Let's
What's
just
up?
say it.
Bad information.
bad information out there. The thing is, if you look at the map, that the U.S. stops tracking them once they leave, once the fire goes past the borders. That's why the maps only show inside the U.S.
We
But
don't track fire emigration.
that's right.
Hey, this is your guys' fire. Go back to your country. Here's the funny thing.
Hey,
Is
you've
that-
got universal health care. You take care of the fire.
Yeah.
Here's the funny thing is that they think the fires will see the borders and go, well, we can't burn the other side, so we're American fires.
Yeah,
We're
you know
not
why?
Canadian
I don't
fires.
think that's what they think, actually.
You know why they can't burn to the border? Lots of ice. I'm
You
a
were
big
saying-
dumb animal.
You were saying, Chad?
I don't think that they think the fires are smart. I think that they're saying that it's a big conspiracy that the fires are only happening in America
Yeah.
because they're being set by Antifa and BLM, which I have a theory that I've read that makes a lot of sense to me.
Do it.
Is
Do it.
a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's Antifa and BLM because they hear on the radios that like the park rangers and firefighters and whatnot, they're talking about BLM, not knowing that BLM also stands for Bureau of Land Management.
Mm.
It's like lucky thing nobody there is named Obama. Oh yeah, Obama. See, I knew it. Obama started the fires.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised that Trump didn't say that on ABC.
These fires were happening during the Obama.
Yeah, it started during the Obama administration, and I just came in. It was already on fire.
Been on fire when I got here. The fires are in Canada, folks. It's just that we're not tracking them, but they're there. And that I'm talking as if it's like a good thing. It's not just us, but that's just as bad too. You know, there's fires there's a bunch of
Guess
fires.
what?
We also feel bad for Canada being on fire as well.
Correct.
They're just
Correct.
less on fire than us.
Guess what, folks? We're not burning alone. So Canada burns with us.
Oh,
Hooray.
as long as you don't do it at Hawaii's beaches. I'm going to edit that part out.
I can't
wait,
even
not fire.
imagine what it's like for the people over there. Not just because you have to worry about everything's on fire. In addition to that, during a pandemic that fucks with your lungs,
Yep.
everything's on fire and there's smoke everywhere.
Yeah, because imagine if you're suffering from COVID-19 and you already have the breathing problems, and
Right.
now it's like, holy cow!
Now you got the smoke.
They're really trying to kill me.
And we're moving right into flu season again. I guess that's the trifecta, right? Smoke, COVID, and flu season.
Well, one of the things that I remember people saying, like towards the beginning of the pandemic, I don't hear it as much anymore, is like, oh, what are we, because this is not that much worse than the flu. Are we supposed to like put on masks and everything every time the flu season rolls around? It's like, yeah, that's what people in like Japan and Korea do. And it keeps them healthier.
See, but that's the problem, because racist people against Asians, they're the ones that like, I don't say all racist people against Asians, but a lot of people are racist against Asians. They don't want to, they say, oh, they wear it, so we shouldn't wear it because I'm American.
All right.
I know my rights.
Yeah,
You got too many of them.
But see, that, I mean, I go off on a tangent here. To me, it's funny. Like, we see the videos on YouTube, Twitter, where all these MAGA people, anti-maskers, where they're all saying they don't want to wear masks, and it's like, I know my rights, I don't have to do this, or they follow Trump through the fire, almost literally now. They'll follow Trump through, through the pandemic, no matter what he says is law, or I guess it would be, but they follow it. What is the word I'm looking for?
Religiously?
Yeah, but it's almost stupid. Well, it is kind of stupid. I say that it is stupid. But then sometimes I look at them, I'm like, really? Are you guys that dumb to follow somebody? Like, okay, Biden, he gets creepy with women, but not Donald Trump. It's like, Donald, are you serious? Donald Trump said grab him, Donald Trump has said worse things. He has friends who are worse. He was friends with Epstein. They were neighbors. They're friends. He wished that what's her name? The Epstein's girlfriend, Ghislaine. He wishes that she, wishes her the best. I'm like, are you serious? Do you know what she did and what they done together with Epstein? And you wish her the best, but you can't wish somebody who's been wrongfully killed, not even something nice. Oh, good people on both sides.
Right.
And then people will follow. So like sometimes I'm like, man, I wish I was like those people, because it must be so easy to, like the decisions we make to survive and to get through this are difficult decisions. And some of it we struggle with our decisions, like, life in general sucks, but we still got to push forward. We still got to do what's right, even if we're uncomfortable. But imagine if you could just say, okay, whatever that guy says, I'll do, because America.
Mhm.
Like, that must be so easy, like, and so awesome to just be a robot and just follow. And it's so funny because they're calling us sheep for wearing masks. And it's like, but you don't see that you're following look at your shepherd. I mean, come on. I'm sorry I'm going off on a tangent. This will probably be edited out, but this is the shit that I'm like,
It won't be.
this is like so like as a comedian, that's what I look at. I'm like, this is so funny because they're follow this guy's devotedly. It's like, or devout, is that right? I don't know.
They're devout followers.
Yeah, I'm losing my steam here.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out. Nah.
You were gonna say, Russell?
No, nothing. Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. They call it, they say sheep, but they're kind of the same way, right?
It's the same way how they used to call everyone on the left snowflakes, and it's like, I don't know. You seem pretty thin-skinned yourself there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me because it's like we can even disagree with Biden on things.
Yes, there are
they
things
will not disagree with anything that Trump says.
Even when Trump disagrees with himself.
Yeah, which happens a lot.
Yeah. So the people listening, don't think that we're saying Biden. There are some things with Biden that we disagree with as well. So.
Yeah, the whole creepy Uncle Joe thing, it's easy to joke about, but he does have a fairly credible rape accusation against him.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how Donald has like 20-something pretty credible rape accusations against him.
Yeah. So don't think that we're all we're there, we're all Biden while we're talking about Trump, because they both got issues, like us three.
I'm voting for Joe Biden.
No,
but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah. We're just picking against the worst person. I mean, the worst person that's running. There's two people running that we know of. Or I guess the big ticket guys are running.
Right.
He kind of is just the worst person, though.
Yeah. But it's kind of like, okay, who do we not want?
Who is the lesser of the evils?
Do we go?
It's not even just about the harm reduction, though. Like, in terms of the things that we actually do want, like, let's say universal health care is a thing that we care about a lot. I care about it a lot. Do you think that we're going to have an easier time getting it out of Trump or Biden? Because it's going to be hard no matter what. But I'll tell you what, one's at least a little closer to that.
Right. Man, we went there.
I'm sorry if any of our listeners feel like we're targeting you when we're talking about people that are blindly following Trump, or if you feel like we're making fun of you, because that's not our intent.
No, not at all.
Thanks for clearing that up. Yeah, we do joke around a lot. We do play around a lot. The guys with issues, we actually care about you. We're all on the same team. We're all on this planet. We all got to work together. I have friends and family who support Trump. I have friends and family who support Biden. I should say, who don't support either. So we all are still part of the same team. One thing we don't like, though, guys with issues don't like, is bullying. And we're not trying to get you to follow what we say. We all think, have our individual thoughts, and we should all go with what we believe. Just like Chad, the reason he would vote for Biden is that reason that he stated. Has nothing to do with hate for Trump or Trump people or Biden or love for whoever's. But the message we want to get across right now, and from what I'm hearing, the national suicide numbers because of this pandemic, because of the fires, and then we didn't even touch on the hurricanes that are coming, because of so much crap that's going on. our numbers are going up as a nation as far as suicides go. So if I really want to get this across. So if you guys feeling down, if you guys are feeling like you want to harm yourself, please call the National Suicide Hotline. The number is 1-800-273-8255. That's 1-800-273-TALK. Or you can call 1-800-784-2433. That's 1-800-SUICIDE. We're very anti-bullying, but right now our nation is suffering, and we have a lot of young people hurting themselves. If you see somebody that looks like they need to, just a hello. I know we can't really touch each other, shake hand, or give a hug or anything. Just a hello might do it for somebody. That makes them change their mind. Like, okay, I'm not going to do it today. And maybe something happens and maybe you see them again and then you hello again. You never, that might be your best friend, in the next, how many years. You never know. Just be a nice human being and say hello. I mean, you guys, anything you guys want to add?
Be kind to each other.
Yep.
That's the most important thing. Just try to be kind to one another. There might be something that you see someone saying where you're just like, oh, that's wrong, that's stupid. Maybe just pass the post up. Just keep it scrolling. There's no reason to be an asshole.
Yep. Just keep going. Keep moving forward, folks.
Yeah, that's because we can get through this. And let's hope we can get through it together. If you guys like the podcast, and please share it with at least one person. We'll see. Maybe we might reach the person that might need to hear this message, and hear these phone numbers. So I want to say thank you guys for listening to the podcast. My name is James Amani, the Guys with Issues. As always, I am with Russell Kealoha.
Goodbye, everybody.
And Chad Wago.
Thanks for listening to the podcast. God bless you. Stay safe and good night.